Hey guys, what up? It's Gunny here. Welcome back to the next episode of Train Simulator. So, this episode we're carrying on with the Academy and we will be looking at steam trains today. So, let's get into it. First off, we're going to look at the basic controls. See what we need to do to drive this thing. Now, if you haven't ever had the opportunity to go for a ride on a steam train, I would highly suggest it. They are quite magnificent pieces of equipment. Right, the cab of the British Railways F4 steam locomotive. In this lesson, we will learn how to start and stop. Right, so turn the reverser forward. Do this by rotating it anti-clockwise. Cool, now release the brakes by moving the lever to off. Finally open the regulator by moving upwards until vertical. Nice work, now we're entering the steam locomotive. The locomotive is more efficient with lower reverser settings, which are necessary to achieve higher speeds. Turn the reverser clockwise by 1.25 times. Now the reverser has been reduced. It is now safe to open the regulator all the way. And we are going backwards. I think we turned it too far. There we go. Now let's stop the locomotive before the end of the track. First close the regulator by pulling it all the way down. The needle is at 21, the brakes are released or fully off. When the needle is at 0, the brakes are applied or on. Apply the brakes by moving the lever halfway to between on and off positions. And we'll go like that. If it shows 15, slowly move the lever towards off until the needle stops moving. I do like that whistle. Scenario complete. Right, I'm guessing the next one will be secondary controls. So let's see, have a look. Steam, secondary controls. Let's go for go. Oh, it's raining. Welcome back to the cab of the BR4F steam locomotive. There is more to this train than simply starting and stopping. In this lesson you'll be taught about additional controls that drivers frequently use. The camera will change each time a control is set correctly. When it is dark, it can be difficult for workers to see the train coming. Lamps called head codes are placed on the front. Turn on the head codes by pressing H on the keyboard. Each head code represents a different train type. These are indicated in boxes that appear on the right side of the screen. Find the one that says Class G light engine. Well done. Workers can now identify this train. Notice that the lamps do not light up the track. Projecting headlights were not introduced until after steam trains were required from UK operation. That water on the windows is quite cool. That's very well done. A very important tool for the locomotive driver is the whistle. Press spacebar or click the lever shown in the picture to sound the whistle. Easy. Right. What are we going to do? Some driving. Steam switching junctions. I can't wait to drive a big steam train like that one in the picture. Right, here we go. Welcome to this rail yard in the Academy. In this lesson we will be learning about switching junctions. Railway lines are controlled remotely by signal boxes and signal men. The operation is automatic to the driver. In freight yards and depots, many small and frequent movements are required, making remote control impractical. Here, junctions are manual. Junction types. The difference between the two types of switches can be identified by the equipment. A manual junction has a lever to turn it one way or the other. An automatic junction has a small box containing gears and chains linking it to a signal box. Manual junctions can be operated by clicking the lever or pressing G on the keyboard. They can also be changed on the action and 2D map. The signal box controls automatic junctions. A message will display that they are locked and cannot be changed. Overhead the path through to the junction set to the left. Using the free camera, fly over the junction and change its direction once set. Drive the locomotive through the junction. Easy. And what have we got? So we're doing driving, we've done switching junctions, using a turntable. Haven't done this before, so this should be interesting. I don't think turntables are used as much these days because diesels can go backwards and forwards about the same speed in their direction, so I don't think it really matters anymore. Right, welcome back to the cab. We'll learn how to navigate and use a turntable. To access turntable, first align it to your track. Do this by pressing G on the keyboard. Done. Right, let's move this thing forward. Now pull forward and stop centrally on the turntable. Note the track speed for a turntable is 5 miles per hour. Oh, and they're going too fast for me. Operating a turntable is just like operating any other junction. Press G on the keyboard or click it. Let's make sure we're on. Yep. Okay, so I'm guessing there's a track that way, there's a track that way, and there's a track that way. Okay, so we've done turntables and coupling and uncoupling. Freight trains consist of cargo being hauled and the locomotive hauling them. Unlike passenger trains that usually have a dedicated power and fixed formations, freight trains are assigned different locomotives for almost every journey. This means coupling and uncoupling of rolling stock is a very common task. Here on the track is a rack of wagons. Let's couple our locomotive to them, set the reverser, release the brakes and apply a small amount of regulator. It is important not to go too fast or the impact of the wagons might cause damage. Do not exceed 2 miles per hour. Right, so the brakes on. When getting close to the wagons, start applying the brakes and a gentle bump into them. Close this message, then press 6 on the keyboard to enter the coupling camera. To couple, click on the link between the vehicles or press Shift Control C on the keyboard. Okay, so we'll turn the brake off. We will get some throttle. We'll jump into that camera and we will edge it forward. Congratulations, you've successfully attached the wagons. Now uncouple the wagons. Just like that. So, okay, so uncoupling and coupling, steam refueling coal. Good thing I like about this game is there is background noise, so while you're waiting for it to load, at least there is something to listen to and you're not just sitting there in complete silence. To turn water into steam in the boiler, it must be heated. To achieve this, the locomotive burns fuel in a firebox. To fuel the fire, the locomotive uses coal that is carried in the tender. The tender is a special wagon coupled to the cab, specifically for carrying coal and water. This locomotive already has stopped next to the coal loading point. To start filling the tender, click the left with coal. Click the left mouse button on the coal stage, or press T on the keyboard. Sorted. Nice and easy. Steam refueling with water. A steam locomotive boils water to generate steam. This water is held in the tender before being pumped into the boiler. The tender must therefore be kept topped up. To start filling the tank, use the free camera and click on the water tower or press T on the keyboard. I love that whistle. There we go, it's full and it holds 3,500 gallons. Right, what have we got next? We've done objectives, there's no steam safety, we have 2 aspect signals under signalling and 3 aspect signals. Welcome back. In this lesson we will learn about 2 aspect signals. When multiple trains operate on a railway line, they must be separated to prevent collision. The line is divided into sections called blocks, and only one train is permitted into each block. Entry into each block is controlled by a signal, which indicates to the driver if it is okay to proceed. These are called home signals. With an increase in speed and the winding nature of railways, it is not always possible to see the home signal far enough ahead in order to stop if required. The driver therefore needs a warning. A second type of signal exists that warns of the approaching signal. This is called a distant signal and can be seen on approach to any home type. The distant signal matches the state of the home signal, allowing the driver time to slow down and stop if required, which makes me wonder why they just don't have home signals everywhere. What's the point of having distant signals if they say exactly the same thing? But hey, there must be a reason, I'm guessing. Right, the signal is now green, so your train is clear to depart. That concludes the explanation of 2 aspect signals. And we have, oh, we're getting to the last one. It is 3 aspect signals. We are going to learn about 3 aspect semaphore signals. As speed limits increase, the distance signals need to be farther in advance. This means that it can end up being in the same location as the previous stop signal. To be economical, the 2 are combined into one signal featuring 2 arms. When the signal is in this form, you are clear to proceed, but the next signal may be at danger, so be prepared to stop. When the signal is in this form, you can proceed past the next 2 signals. Cool. Awesome guys, we're going to leave this video here. Please remember to like if you enjoyed the video and to subscribe if you want to see more. And don't forget to tell us in the comments below what you liked or disliked in the video. Cool guys, thanks very much and we'll catch you later.